What should you do if your home inspection is not as good as you thought it was going to be? There are multiple items that either need to be repaired or replaced. There is deferred cost down the road. You didn't realize that some of these things were so old. There are three different options that you have. The first one is usually most people's go-to, and that is just canceling the contract. You are allowed to cancel the contract as long as you are still within your inspection period, and so long as you have not signed an as-is or an in its present condition addendum or waiver, whatever they call it wherever you're at. Then you will get the earnest money deposit back, but you will not receive the inspection money back. Those inspectors that you hired, they get paid regardless of if you complete the contract or not, and they don't issue the report until you pay them. So if you do cancel a home purchase contract, that is one of the funds that you will lose out on, and that is the inspection money. The second option that you would have is to negotiate repairs. Now, most sellers don't necessarily have the money or the time to make repairs, but it also depends on what you're asking for in that list. Some people have just asked for the entire inspection report to be fixed, and that never goes over well. A lot of sellers, they try to work with people and try to do some of the repairs. I always note to have a licensed professional do them as well. But if the seller cannot perform those repairs due to money or time, there's a third option, and that is to negotiate the price. So you can either negotiate the price, or depending, you can also negotiate the seller paying some of your closing costs. Something that I like to do is to look through that inspection report and see what items I was wanting to get repaired and try to get an idea of what the cost for repairing those items would be. That way you know how much you should subtract from either the purchase price or how much you can get them to pay into your closing costs. If you try to negotiate and the seller doesn't want to do the repairs, they don't want to decrease the price, they don't want to pay your closing costs, then you can always revert back to that first option of just canceling the contract. In most cases, it's usually better to try to negotiate the repairs or the purchase price or closing costs. There's a reason why you put a contract in on the house. You liked the area, you liked the house itself. Now, if there is something horrible, some structural or some sewer line or something that's going to be super costly, and you cannot mitigate that cost via the repairs or the decrease in the purchase price, then I would suggest to do the cancellation. Or if it's something where the house is just too far gone, the cancellation is probably the best choice. Ultimately, the best thing that you can do is whenever you go to tour the property, to really look at it from an inspector point of view. You won't know everything to look at, and you won't be able to get to everything. I mean, you're not going to carry a ladder around and hop up on the roof or anything like that, but you can get a pair of binoculars and just kind of check out the roof, make sure no shingles are blown off or too much wear or anything like that. A seller's disclosure might also tell you the age of the roof, depending. You can walk around the house, make sure that the grading is okay against the foundation. There are no cracks in the foundation. There's not a bunch of wood rot, no bad windows or anything like that. Just do your due diligence just from even looking at the home, so you do not waste that $400 to $500 hiring an inspection company just to have them turn around and tell you that all this is wrong with it, and then the seller will not help you either repair or come off of any of the price of the home or closing costs. Let me know if this video helped you or confused you more. Either way, if you have any questions, please comment below, and I will see you later.